Chosen one. Have you ever felt a calling? Not a common calling, like a phone ringing or someone shouting your name, but an internal, subtle calling, like a distant melody that only you can hear. A feeling that there is something more, something deep, something true waiting to be discovered. If you feel this, do not ignore it. It is not imagination. It is not coincidence. It is not chance. It is a sign that you are awakening to a greater reality, to unlimited potential, to a deep connection with your divine essence. This awakening has a name: Christic Consciousness. But before you think of religions, dogmas, or rules, let me explain. It is not about following a doctrine, but about living a truth. The truth that you are more than you imagine, that you carry a light within you, that you have a unique purpose in this world. This Christic consciousness is not something external that you need to seek in books or temples. It is within you, dormant, waiting for the right moment to bloom. And that moment, chosen one, may be now. Perhaps you are already feeling the symptoms of this awakening, an unrest that does not let you be at peace, a dissatisfaction with the life you lead, a desire to do something different, something meaningful, something that truly makes a difference. You find yourself questioning things that once seemed obvious. You feel out of place in superficial conversations, in empty environments, in situations that no longer resonate with your soul. You long for true connections, for purpose, for meaning. This is not a problem, chosen one. It is a gift. It is your soul showing you the way, guiding you toward your true nature, your mission, your light. And if you are wondering, but what is this Christic consciousness after all? Logically, how do I know if I am really awakening? Zrania, what do I do with all of this? Zrania, I invite you to continue with me. In this video, we will together unravel the mysteries of this awakening, explore the signs it manifests, understand the challenges it presents, and above all, discover the tools you need to cultivate this Christic consciousness in your life. Get ready for a journey of self-discovery, transformation, and connection. A journey that can change your life forever. And if you feel the calling, if curiosity vibrates in your heart, subscribe to the channel and join us, chosen ones, in this quest for truth and light. The adventure is just beginning. Chosen one, let's demystify something that may sound complex, but is in fact the most natural and essential thing within you: Christic consciousness. Forget for a moment any preconceived images, any religious ideas, any mystical concepts. Let's talk about something that is inside you, right now, waiting to be recognized. Christic consciousness is not a prize for the few, an honorific title, or an unattainable state. It is not something you achieve after years of meditation in an isolated monastery. It is simply your true nature. It is the divine essence that dwells within you, the spark of light that connects you with the whole. Think of a seed. Inside it lies the entire potential of a tree. The shell, the soil, the external conditions may hinder its growth, but the potential is there, intact, waiting for the right moment to blossom. So it is with Christic consciousness. It is your potential for love, peace, compassion, wisdom, and joy, in its purest and most unlimited form. It is not something you need to acquire, but something you need to remember. Remember that you are this, that you have always been this, and that you always will be this. It is not about becoming a copy of Jesus, Buddha, or any other spiritual master. It is about awakening your own inner Christ, your own divine nature, your own essence of love and light. And what is this essence like? Imagine a state of deep peace, A peace that does not depend on external circumstances, that is not shaken by problems, conflicts, or losses. A peace that remains even in the midst of the storm. This is one facet of Christic consciousness. Imagine unconditional love. A love that does not judge, that does not demand, that expects nothing in return. A love that embraces all, that understands all, that forgives all. This is another facet of Christic consciousness. Imagine a compassion that moves you to act, to help, to serve. A compassion that is not pity, but empathy. The ability to feel another's pain, to understand another's suffering, and to extend a hand to alleviate that suffering. This is yet another facet of Christic consciousness. Awakening Christic consciousness does not make you a perfect being, free of flaws, immune to mistakes. It makes you a more complete, more conscious, more connected human being. It makes you more capable of loving, forgiving, understanding, and serving. It makes you more capable of seeing life with the eyes of the heart, and not just with the eyes of the mind. It makes you more capable of feeling the divine presence in every moment, in every person, in every situation. Christic consciousness is, therefore, the key to a fuller, more meaningful, and happier life. It is the path to your true freedom. It is the awakening of your divine essence. And this awakening, chosen one, is within your reach. Have you ever felt like you were driving on a familiar road, but suddenly realized that something has changed? The scenery looks the same, but the feeling is different. You look at the GPS, and it indicates a new path, an alternative route that you had never considered before. It's as if your internal GPS, the GPS of your soul, has been activated. This is how the awakening of Christic consciousness feels. Life goes on. The people around you may not notice any difference, but inside you, something fundamental is changing. You begin to notice signs, synchronicities, calls that previously went unnoticed. It's as if a new sense has been awakened, a new perception of reality. One of the first signs, and perhaps one of the most disconcerting, is a feeling of displacement. Those places you used to frequent, those conversations you used to have, those activities that brought you pleasure, start to feel empty, purposeless, dull. It's not that these things have changed. You have changed. Your vibration has changed. And you begin to seek something deeper, something more authentic, something that resonates with your new frequency. It's like being at a party, surrounded by people, but feeling alone. The music plays, people laugh, but you cannot connect with that energy. You long for meaningful conversations, for deep connections, for experiences that touch your soul. Another clear sign is an amplification of empathy. You begin to feel the pain of others in a way you never felt before. It's not just an intellectual understanding of someone else's suffering, but a visceral connection. You are moved by the news, by the stories of people you don't even know, by the pain of animals, by the destruction of nature. It is no longer possible to ignore the suffering around you. You feel compelled to do something, to help, to alleviate pain, to make a difference. It's as if your heart has expanded, and now it embraces the whole world. Along with this heightened empathy comes a shift in your interests. That relentless pursuit of status, material possessions, and external recognition begins to lose its meaning. You realize that true happiness is not found in the things you own, but in the experiences you live, in the connections you create, in the love you share. You start to value simple moments like a sunset, a heartfelt conversation, a tight hug. You seek experiences that connect you with nature, with art, with your spirituality. You yearn for genuine connections, for relationships based on truth, respect, and love. And finally, one of the most powerful signs of the awakening of Christic consciousness is the increase in intuition. That little inner voice, which has always been there but which you often ignored, begins to speak louder, clearer, stronger. You start to have premonitions, insights, significant dreams. You know things that cannot be explained rationally. You receive subtle guidance that leads you toward your purpose, your truth, your happiness. These signs, chosen one, are not coincidences. They are invitations. Invitations for you to move forward, to trust the process, to embrace your awakening journey. They are messages from your soul, telling you that you are on the right path. They are your internal GPS guiding you toward your true home, your divine essence, your Christic consciousness. It is the map that leads you to the treasure that has always been hidden within you. The awakening of Christic consciousness is often compared to a crossing in the desert, a period of aridity, solitude, and trial, a time when you feel lost, disoriented, not knowing where to go. But just as the desert hides oases of beauty and life, this challenging journey also reveals unimaginable inner treasures. Think of the caterpillar that transforms into a butterfly. The process of metamorphosis is not an instantaneous and painless event. It is a complete rupture, a radical deconstruction, a plunge into the darkness of the cocoon. The caterpillar must disappear for the butterfly to be born. So it is with awakening. It requires you to shed your old skin, to let go of your old identity, to face your deepest fears. It is a process of death and rebirth, of detachment and transformation. One of the most common challenges is the feeling of being adrift. The certainties you once had, the values you defended, the goals you pursued, begin to lose their meaning. You feel like a rudderless boat, sailing in an unknown ocean, not knowing where to go. This feeling of uncertainty can be frightening. You may feel tempted to return to your comfort zone, to cling to your old beliefs, to resist change. But remember, resistance only prolongs suffering. Acceptance is the first step toward transformation. Another crucial challenge is the relationship with the people around you. As you evolve, as your consciousness expands, it is natural for some connections to weaken. People who were once important to you may not understand your new journey, may criticize your choices, or may even distance themselves from you. This distancing can be painful. You may feel rejected, misunderstood, lonely. But it is important to remember that each person is on their own journey, at their own level of consciousness. And you do not need anyone's approval to follow your path. Fear, which was once a paralyzer, transforms into an indicator. It no longer prevents you from acting, but shows you where you need to grow. Every time you feel fear, you have the opportunity to confront a limiting belief, to heal an emotional wound, to expand your consciousness. Fear becomes a teacher, a guide, an ally on your journey. It points out the areas of your life that need attention, care, and transformation. The challenges of awakening, chosen one, are part of the process. They are the trials that strengthen you, the lessons that teach you, the experiences that transform you. They are the shadows that allow you to appreciate the light. They are the darkness of the cocoon that precedes the butterfly's flight. They are the crossing of the desert that leads to the blossoming of the soul. It is the arduous yet rewarding path that leads to your true essence. In the whirlwind of everyday life, with its incessant demands, constant distractions, and deafening noise, it is easy to disconnect from your essence, from your inner voice, from your Christic consciousness. It's as if you are in the midst of a noisy crowd, trying to hear a soft melody playing in the distance. Meditation and authentic prayer are powerful tools for silencing that external noise and tuning your attention to the wisdom that resides within you. They are practices that help you return to your center, reconnect with your source, and nourish your soul. Meditation is like diving into a deep and tranquil lake, At first, you may encounter the turbulence of the surface, with the choppy waves of your thoughts, emotions, and worries. But as you remain present, as you observe this agitation without identifying with it, you begin to sink toward the calmness of the depths. It is not about emptying the mind or eliminating thoughts. That is impossible and not the goal. It is about observing thoughts as if they were clouds passing in the sky, without clinging to them, without judging yourself for having them. Start with small steps. 5 minutes a day, in a quiet place where you can sit or lie down comfortably. Close your eyes, focus on your breath. Feel the air entering and leaving your body. And when your mind gets distracted, and it will get distracted many times, gently return your attention to your breath. Authentic prayer, in turn, is a sincere dialogue with the divine, with the source, with the universe, with God. Use the name that resonates best with you. It is not a repetition of ready-made formulas, of memorized words, of empty rituals. It is a heart-to-heart conversation, an honest expression of your feelings, your doubts, your fears, your hopes, your gratitude. Speak to God as if you were talking to a close friend, to someone you fully trust, to someone who loves you unconditionally. Do not be afraid to express your weaknesses, your insecurities, your difficulties. Do not be afraid to ask for help, guidance, strength. Be authentic. Be true. Be yourself. Do not try to impress God with beautiful words or grand gestures. He knows you better than you know yourself. He knows what is in your heart. Meditation and authentic prayer, when practiced regularly, with intention and with heart, have the power to transform your life. They help you clear the layers of mental and emotional noise that prevent you from hearing the voice of your soul. They bring you clarity, peace, discernment. They connect you with your divine essence, with your Christic consciousness. They open you to a flow of love, wisdom, and inspiration that comes from within. They are the food of the soul and the balm for the spirit. They are the bridge that connects the human to the divine. Think of a hot air balloon. For it to rise into the sky, it is necessary to release the ties that hold it to the ground. These ties can be heavy, strong, and secure. But if the balloon remains tethered to them, it will never experience the freedom of flight, the beauty of the panoramic view, the thrill of adventure. Detachment, in the context of awakening Christic consciousness, is exactly that. The art of letting go of the ties that keep you grounded, that prevent you from flying, that limit you to a smaller version of yourself. And these ties, chosen one, are not just material. It is not just about getting rid of objects, clothes, or belongings that you no longer use. True detachment is internal. It is the liberation from old emotional patterns, limiting beliefs, automatic behaviors, attachments to people, situations, and outcomes. It is the courage to let go of everything that no longer serves you, everything that prevents you from growing, evolving, and being happy. Think of an old suitcase, full of clothes that no longer fit you, broken objects, painful memories. You carry this suitcase everywhere, feeling its weight on your back, the difficulty of moving, the limitation of your space. This suitcase represents your limiting beliefs, your fears, your hurts, your resentments, your attachments. Everything you have accumulated throughout life that now prevents you from moving forward. Detachment is the act of opening this suitcase, emptying it, letting go of everything that no longer serves you. It is a process of cleaning, purifying, and liberating. And this process, chosen one, can be challenging. It can be painful. It can be scary. After all, you are getting rid of things that, for a long time, were part of you, that defined you, that gave you a sense of security. But remember, the security that comes from attachment is an illusion. It is a prison disguised as comfort. True security comes from freedom, from self-trust, from connection with your divine essence. Letting go of the old is essential to make room for the new. It is like plowing the land before planting seeds. You need to remove the weeds, loosen the soil, prepare the ground for new life to flourish. And the new, chosen one can be frightening. It may seem uncertain, unknown, threatening, but it is in the new that your potential, your evolution, and your happiness reside. Every step you take toward the new is an act of courage, faith, and trust. It is a leap into a more authentic, freer, and fuller version of yourself. Detachment, therefore, is not a loss. It is a gain. It is the liberation from what prevents you from being who you truly are. It is the opening to what truly matters: love, peace, joy, freedom, connection with your divine essence. It is the key that opens the door to your Christic consciousness. It is the blossoming of your true nature, free from the ties of the past and open to the infinite possibilities of the present. Christic consciousness, in its essence, is like a mighty river. Initially, it may be a discreet spring. This expansion of Christic consciousness manifests naturally and powerfully in service to others. It is not about seeking great spotlights or performing extraordinary feats. True transformation lies in the everyday gestures of kindness, compassion, and love, in the interactions with those who cross our path. Consider attentive listening. In a world full of noise and distractions, how many times do we dedicate ourselves to fully listening to another? It is not just about catching the words, but about welcoming with the heart, with genuine presence, without judgments, interruptions, or the urge to offer advice. True listening is an act of love, a gift that validates the existence of the other, affirming, "I see you. Your voice matters. Your pain, your joy, your being matter to me." Non-judgmental empathy is another fundamental pillar. It is the ability to transport yourself to another's place, to walk in their shoes, to feel their emotions, and understand their perspective, without criticism, condemnation, or labels. It is the deep recognition that each individual carries their own story, their own internal battles, and that behind every action, there is a human being deserving of love, respect, and understanding. Selfless service, that which springs from the pure desire to help without expectations of reward, is the highest expression of Christic consciousness. It is not about doing good to gain recognition, gratitude, or any type of advantage. It is doing good because this is the language of love, the manifestation of our divine essence in action. It can be a simple act, giving up your seat on public transport, offering a warm smile, helping someone with a task, donating a bit of your time to those in need. Or it can be something broader, like dedicating yourself to a social cause, sharing your talents, offering your resources for a greater purpose. The fundamental aspect is authenticity. Let the gesture emanate from the heart. Let it be the genuine expression of your inner awakening. Each act of kindness, chosen one, is like a seed of light that you plant in the world. This seed, seemingly small, has the power to germinate, grow, and bloom, illuminating the darkness, warming hearts, and transforming realities. What works for one may not work for another. The important thing is to move forward, with curiosity, with courage, with confidence. Trusting the process is essential. There will be moments of clarity and moments of confusion. There will be days of joy and days of sadness. There will be periods of progress and periods of apparent stagnation. All of this is part of the journey. And above all, remember, you are not alone. Even if sometimes you feel isolated, misunderstood, lost, know that there is an invisible network of awakened souls, of beings of light, of expanding consciousnesses that are connected to you. This network is real. It is powerful. It is sustaining. You are a part of it. And together we are co-creating a new reality. A reality based on love, compassion, collaboration, and unity. A reality where light prevails over darkness, where truth overcomes illusion, where consciousness guides our actions. Chosen one, awakening is a calling, an invitation to transcend your limited identity, to awaken from the sleep of unconsciousness, to remember who you truly are, a divine, unlimited, powerful being. It is an invitation to look within, to recognize the light that has always shone within you, even if covered by layers of fear, doubt, and pain. Do not fear the challenges. They are inevitable. They are part of the growth process. Every obstacle, every difficulty, every trial is an opportunity for learning, strengthening, and expansion. Trust your intuition. Trust your inner wisdom. Trust your connection with the divine. You were chosen for a reason. You have a purpose. You have a role to play in this great planetary transformation. If you identify with this journey, if you feel the call of awakening, if you perceive the signs in your life, know that you are on the right path. Share your experience. Your voice is important. Your story can inspire, can encourage, can help others. Continue walking with courage, with love, with faith. The journey is long, but the reward is infinite. May the light of Christic Consciousness guide you, protect you, and always illuminate you. And may we together build a more beautiful, more just, more loving world for all. The journey continues, and the beauty of the path reveals itself with each step.